Hi everybody, Cheaply Chic. Welcome back to my channel, and for those of you who are new, welcome. I'm so glad you're here. So today I am going to create my first spread in our Bloom journal. I'm very excited. The issue that I seem to be having right now, usually I start off with kind of setting the journal up a little bit, but I just feel like getting into some things. I have some photos ready to journal about, and the funny thing is, as I'm sitting here trying to figure out what I'm going to do, I realized, okay, this is my husband, and when we were cleaning out our pool, there's always interesting critters. There's always a lot of fun going on when we're doing the pool. So we had this big pool project this spring where we had to repaint our pool, as some of you have already seen on Instagram, and he has these two giant bullfrogs. And I was trying to get a picture, and of course they're not trying to have it, and they're springing and jumping out of his hands. So this is really funny to me, and I just wanted to document it. But what I have found is this journal is super girly. It doesn't mean that I can't make it work with a spread concerning my husband and frogs, but I got to get creative because I don't really want to use a lot of pink in this spread. So I want to find something that works. I'm probably going to use multiple pages with this because I'm going to write about, all of the fun little springtime adventures we have around our swimming pool. There's usually some frogs and some salamanders, and always chasing off the ducks that want to come back every year. So yeah, it can be an adventure, that is for sure. So I thought this was a fun series of photos. I still want to really play around with the background. I thought this paper was pretty good because it's not very girly, and the whole frog and toadstool thing is fun. I'm also going to pull in a stamp, and I will show you guys this because I just picked this up at Tuesday morning yesterday. So, and this is something that's readily available. For this toadstool stamp, I thought it was so much fun. So this is Dilutions by Ranger. And again, I picked mine up at Tuesday morning for $5, which is a great deal. But of course, this is available online too. And I love this stamp. Just to give you an idea of how big it is, this is 3.5 inches, that tallest stamp. And then this one is 2.5. So those are nice and big, and I love that. So I really want to incorporate those into my spread. And then one of the book pages that I had, I kept this one because it was Christmas, and I figured, yeah, somebody, it's not Christmas, so I kept this one. But it has the image of this boy here, and when my husband was a young boy, he was a towhead too. So I don't know, I figured this will work. I'll fussy cut this out and maybe put that on the spread. This is my plan so far. I just said no pink, but this is concerning loving my husband, so maybe I'll use that. And then music paper, we can always get away with that too. And there's some other neutral things in the kit, so we'll see what happens. I'm going to speed up the video and let's get started. So like I already mentioned, I'm working on a few neutral pages and hoping to avoid the pink, although in the end, that didn't really happen. But it's okay, it actually ends up flowing pretty nicely in the end, and I'm happy with it. I start with fussy cutting out that little fairy boy I like, which I mentioned, and I think he's adorable. I also decide to cut that doily in half so I can use it on a couple different pages. I mention it often, but I love using Fabri-Tac or Fabri-Fix glue in my journal. That depends on where you buy it. I don't know why the name gets switched up like that, but it's the same thing. Anyway, I like using it on everything in the book. It doesn't warp the paper on the back side, and it has a quick grab, so I'm reaching for it constantly. I do have to say though, I hate it when the bottle starts running low. It seems to get extra goopy. That is the stage I'm at with this bottle here, so I tried to cut out a lot of my struggle so you didn't have to watch that. A fix for that is just adding a little acetone to the bottle, mix it up a bit and let it sit for a while. It makes it good as new. I was just in a hurry, so I just fought with it the whole video. No big deal. I have had this ink pad for years, so it's in rough shape. Just so you know, this is Colorbox chalk ink in warm red. I know I didn't show it quite long enough in the video. I used to buy this at Hobby Lobby, but they only carry a few colors these days. I will try to find a link online if this color is still available and leave it in the description box down below if anyone's interested. These toadstool stamps are everything I dreamed they would be. I love them. I will try to leave a link for those down below as well if I can find them online. This is a very old little stamp that I had on hand, and I thought adding a little grass at the bottom of the page would make a nice touch. So I decide to make a little pocket out of this toadstool paper. I just do a little eyeballing and cut it to size. Last minute I decided I wanted a little text behind my photo too, so I'm adding that now, obviously. I decide to use a scallop punch to cut a hole for my pocket. I thought the ruffly edge was fun on this spread since it is a little whimsical. And then I decide to use the Rolodex card from the collection and add it for extra journaling to the pocket. I needed to make it a little smaller, but with a corner rounder, that was super simple. And for the final touch, I used one of the little green tickets to label my page. I didn't want to staple it through the whole page because of my photos on the other side, so I stapled the ticket to give it the appearance of being stapled down, and then I just glued it down. So I decide to add my little hearts to the center strings in my book. I like to have the dangle at different lengths, and these always add a nice touch. Because of the size, I'm going to use my Tombow Aqua Glue. I really like the fine point at the end of this glue. It does dry a little slower and slides around a little bit more, but I do love that tiny tip. It's helpful with the small stuff. I also thought I would put together the paper clips that are in the collection before I finish up. I included a lot of fibers this month because, well, I just couldn't help myself. Playing around with these colors were a lot of fun and I wanted to add a variety. I like leaving my strings a little longer, plus I feel with the theme of this journal, longer strings kind of give it a grungier look, like vines and grass or something. I like that. Thank you everyone so much for watching. That's it. That's all I'm going to do in here today. I hope that if you have this collection, it helped inspire you a little bit in some way for some things that you can do in your journals. I also want to thank everyone who purchased this collection. As I post this video, there are only 2 left in my shop. That is unbelievable to me. I sold out at the end of the month in May, and so I went ahead and made 10 extra sets this month, and they're going to sell out within the first week, and that is amazing. I didn't expect that at all. So for those of you who were hoping to grab one and had to wait a little bit, I want you to know that I am planning ahead for July. July is going to be super fun too. Oh my gosh, it's starting to come together and I'm so very excited about it. It's hard to focus on 2 different themes at once, but you have to. You have to plan ahead, right? I am so excited. It is going to be so much fun. And this journal is so much fun. I am loving it so very much. So I just want to say thank you to everyone who has made this successful to me. I want to give back to you every way that I can with these videos and plus. So I just want to say thank you so very much. Thank you everyone for watching. Thank you for your kind words and support, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye for now.